First picture we had taken with Aaron, with my book, my copy of his book.
Okay, which book was that?
That is Extramarital Affairs.
And when did you take that picture?
In 2008, July 3rd.
Okay, time out now. For the record, you know you can download from the disc onto a computer?
I have them on there, but I still have 500 exposures on this disc.
So you just keep the disc in the camera and... Alright, so there got to be somebody else that you keep on the disc too. Like who?
You're the only one that I have so far.
From last year?
Yes.
What you been doing? You kept it in the drawer, the camera?
No, it's plenty of stuff on here.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. So tell everybody who you are.
Deanna Mitchell from Orlando, Florida.
And
Jan Flowers, I'm her mom from Orlando, Florida.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you're Relentless readers, clearly.
Yes, and everyone on Facebook knows about it.
Yes.
Wow, that's so big.
Just like my dad. I got this funny shaped head like my father. I'm flat-footed like my father. I'm clumsy like my father. And I'm always saying the wrong at the wrong time, just like my father. But somebody must have been hoping I'd be a cute baby boy with the good folks' hair and the good folks' eyes. And I was supposed to be the glue that keeps my parents together and make their love last at least 18 years. And once reality sets in, I'm gonna let them out to feed. And I'm gonna need new shoes, new t-shirt, or a new toothbrush. This love and relationship suddenly turns to hate, and it don't make it past the first year. And then it comes another baby, and another baby, and another baby. And now we're like the ghetto version of the Brady Bunch with a bunch of babies and baby daddies. And we all got different grains of hair, different shades of skin, and our complexion is perfect for a system that uses us for target practice. And they call us the underclass, the overweight, the obese, the big boned. They come in this light brown African offspring. And everybody seems to think that all we like to eat is cheap Chinese food, which is chicken wings and fried rice with salt and pepper, extra ketchup, fish on Friday, government cheese, peanut butter, potted milk, Church's fried chicken, Kansas fried chicken, Kentucky fried chicken, Kennedy fried chicken, Mama and Papa fried chicken, his and her fried chicken, King, Queen, Crown fried chicken, Royal fried chicken, Crispy fried chicken, extra crispy fried chicken, Sister Shirley from the 5th floor fried chicken, and expired boxes of some sweet ass cereal with no nutritional value, served only in the hood at a 99-cent store, which comes out to $1.07 after taxes. And the test to see how I react when a customer goes in the corner store and tell Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum, make me a ham and cheese sandwich with salt and pepper, oil and vinegar, lettuce, whole tomatoes, meal on both sides of my bread, and yo, give me my free soda. Like I told you, in my neighborhood, they have corner stores in the middle of the block.
McRae, give her a round of applause.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you to he calls me his big sister, so I was about to say my big brother, right? But my little brother, I don't know where that started, but somewhere along the years, and it's been 15, not 10. Good morning, it's a pleasure. I hope that you all are enjoying your breakfast this morning. I'm going to share with you a couple of little things. Whenever we're in front of people, we always want to say our truth. You know what I mean? Like, why did you get up in front of the room in the first place? If you don't say your truth, then you don't need to be up there perpetrating, right? So the first thing I'd like to do is remind everyone that we, in looking at the truth search beginning within, that we do have the power to create our own realities. By the thoughts we think and the words we say, we're creating our world every day. What are the thoughts that we don't see that hold us in this misery? Once we know we're writing the script, then maybe we'll change the language a bit. You see, words like try and words like fate, they keep us living in the same old state. Words like could and words like should, they keep us living in the same old hood. Then we want to search the clouds and yell and scream and cry out loud. And responsibility we deny, but we're the ones telling the lies. So Just wanted to share that with you. Be careful what you say, and more so what you think, right? Okay, so thank you. Thank you. What I'd like to do is, everyone knows that we're here about the business of this merger, co-venture, celebration, and of this book push going into movie status. And what we'd like to do is get some testimonials about the book.
My name is Joan.
Nice to meet you.
And I live in New Rochelle. And this is my family. And Relentless called me. I feel honored. He called me and said, we're doing this and I want you there. I've been so impressed by him and his vision. And I was at the beauty parlor, and this young man came in, and he was selling his books. And I'm an avid reader, so of course I had a book with me. And he noticed that. He said, well, I think, he said, what do you like? I told him I like mystery and skullduggery and the double cross and all that. And he said, well, I have a book here I think you'd like. That's okay. And I did. I was really, really almost mesmerized by the book. And what struck me also is that I said, this young man is not only writing this, he's lived this, because he cited some historical aspects about what was going on in Harlem at the time that I knew about. So I was real impressed, very impressed, to the point where after I finished the book, I looked, I said, well, where's the webpage? Where is the phone number? I didn't even bother with the webpage. I called on the phone and made an arrangement, and he was so gracious. Made arrangements to meet with him at the public library and bought a couple more books. So that's how impressed I've been, and I'm just thrilled and excited that Push is going to be made into a movie.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. So,
well, obviously you're not the only one.
Yes, right.
Thank you, John.
My friends call me the Donor Hall. He's the only author where I can't put the book down. And I think this is a good thing for everybody.
And I met Relentless through a mutual friend about 2 years ago. He came to a party I had at my home. And he told me that day, he said, have you met anyone that's published 30 books? I was like, nah. And at first I thought this brother, you know, you get this all the time, but this guy is for real. And the thing about it is that, you know, we lost the hardest working man in show business. Yes. You know, with that loss, we gained the hardest working man. I was going to say in the book business, but it's soon to be the hardest working man in show business. This brother is, as his name suggests, is relentless. I've never seen anyone work as hard for so long as this man. And it's reflected in his books, it's reflected in his motivation, it's reflected in how he works with other people. A lot of people think he just blew up overnight, but as you mentioned, you worked with him 15 years ago. He had a magazine, he had a cable network show. He's been doing a lot of stuff, and so this success that we see now is just a reflection of all the stuff that came before it. And about the book Push, I grew up in Harlem, I live in Harlem now. And, you know, he's telling me a story about Harlem that I'm not familiar with. I'm familiar with the Lance Lounge. I'm familiar with Perks. In fact, I met Perk, you know, Mr. Perkins through Relentless at one of his events. But it's a story that not everyone would know, but everyone would enjoy. You know, I wasn't involved in the drug culture or the underbelly of Harlem, but, you know, those stories did ring true. And so for that, yeah, I think that's a terrific book. I gave it to this brother here to read about a week ago. He told me he started it. He better finish it and let me know what he thinks. But yeah, I've turned everyone onto it, Relentless's work, and you know, he's just an incredible brother. So. Excellent.
I read the book Push. It's a good book. Okay. And it grabs your attention immediately.
Okay.
It's a wonderful thing. I'd like to thank him for inviting everyone, myself, my cousins, Mr. Duke, Mr. Davis. I think it's a great thing. I'm really proud of it.
Those of you who have read the book and have not read the book are looking forward to the movie coming out. We're all looking forward to it. We want to be captivated and right from the beginning, snatched out of our seats and like, oh my God, we're on a whirlwind. So another thing that, you know, has not been attested to, I don't think, is the gratitude. The gratitude that Relentless is working with. And I know a lot of times we look at people and we say, oh, you know, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's, you know, but no one ever talked about with the giving back that he's doing. And one of the things that he's doing right now is he put together this team. These people called him and they said, oh, we want you to come and do a book signing. Do you know he turned the book signing into an event and invited 3 other authors? A lot of times we don't see a lot of that. One of the speakers is actually here. Her name is Ms. Georgia Woodbine.
I'm truly honored to be here and to be involved with Relentless. I can remember the first day I met Relentless. He walked over to me, he said, hi, I'm Relentless. And you know, he just started networking with me. He said, here's my card, here's my phone number. If you need anything, you know, I've been doing this for a while now. If you need any help, just give me a call. And that is so, I mean, that's so deep for another author that's successful to come over to someone who's just starting out and offering, you know, let me help you. You know, I can give you some strategies that I used. And I mean, when people say he's relentless, he is truly relentless. I mean, he's on 34th Street. He's on 42nd Street. Even today, still, he's out there. People are holding his books up. Everybody's walking. I said, this guy is something else. He is like the Energizer Bunny. He does not get tired. I'm really, really honored to be working with him on this level, and I'm very, very excited for him, and I see great, great things for Relentless because he's not a selfish person, he's not self-motivated, he's really about helping people. And I think that when you can take a book and put those words on paper and just be able to enhance the lives of others, that's a great thing. You know, make them feel something, touch their emotions, let them know that it's gonna be all right. I've been through this, but you can get through this. And that's what he does, and I'm very, very excited to be working with him. And I just want to give a hand for Relentless.
We have the mayor of Mount Vernon here.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I was playing tennis this morning and I got this call saying that it's very necessary for you to attend a breakfast. And I said, why should I do that? He said, Relentless is, thinks you should be here, and that's why I'm here. When you're in politics, you take events, but you put them into a bigger perspective. And I look at the African community, and nobody will have anybody writing about the gifted and talented Africans in the community. So I want to thank you, Relentless, for being what you are. I knew Relentless since he was about 17, 18 years old. I was running for a county legislator. This kid comes up to me, what can I do? I thought, well, then I knew he wasn't on drugs, but I knew he was hyped up. So he's been hyped up. I'm continually impressed, to be impressed with him. The big deal is that I got to use you to walk through the communities and let these kids know that there's a lot of hope out here if you understand. Thank you so very much.
We need to be so grateful for people like this who not only feel the way that we feel, but actually are taking steps to make the difference in other people's lives. You know, politicians, I know they get a bad rap. You can hear from the way Mayor Davis talks. I don't know if you guys heard, but he was playing tennis this morning when he got this phone call. So to turn it around and show up is walking the walk. You know, a lot of people can talk the talk, and we always see that. But for somebody to be walking the walk, obviously, we need to give it up for the Mayor Davis. Thank you. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you guys. If you don't know, I'm going to introduce. If you do, I'm going to present. This is a wonderful man who has such an unselfish spirit. And he called and said, you know, I saw your videotape and I have this magazine and I was wondering, would you like a column in my magazine? This is like a dream come true. I'm like, would I? Is pig pork? Yes. And Relentless is an understatement. This, I mean, he is like you've seen the cartoon characters where they come out and their feet are rolling like this, so it looks like they're on a unicycle. You know what I mean? And he never touches the floor, never touches the ground. And I'm telling you, this man is out. You think you have to be to work at 9 o'clock? He's out at 6, on the corner with his books, doing like this, in your face on 34th Street, 125th Street by Starbucks. I mean, he's got his setup. I don't think he sleeps. Every time I turn around, he's in something else. He's in the Daily News. He's on the Time magazine. He's in the Hollywood Reporter. I mean, every time you turn around, he's in something, and he's got another book out, or he's got another book deal. He's got like the largest book deal ever by any author, black or white. The man is phenomenal. That's what he should be called, phenomenally relentless. So I would like to bring up someone I'm proud to know, love with all my heart, and glad he calls me his big sister. Please, let's give it up for Relentless Aaron.
That man that I used to be, he's out of here. You understand? I went through that transformation. I was once a weed, but I grew into an oak tree. You can give me that. I get that. You know, I didn't have mentors. I didn't have those references in my life that I could look up to that embraced me and said, no, you have to do it this way. You have to think long term. You have to be focused. You know, I didn't have anybody to snatch me up like that. I guess Dad was too busy. I guess Mom was too busy taking care of home. Nobody's fault. It's just what it is. Through some strange occurrence of events, this seed got swept off and ended up in a forest. In a forest, you grow up as a weed, and you have other references around you. You got bushes and shrubs, you got moss, but you also have trees that were once weeds. And you have oak trees that were meant to be oak trees. But you know, in life, if you have those references in your life, those oak trees, and you look at them enough and say, I want to be an oak tree, and you walk a certain walk, and you symbolize and imagine and think about and desire to be an oak tree, eventually you're going to be an oak tree. Even if you faking it, you're going to be an oak tree. I'm standing amidst other oak trees.
Well, thank you very much for coming out and having me here. God bless you all on this wonderful Sunday. We all woke up, as my mother used to say, clothed in our right minds, hopefully. I'm here to support Relentless, not only as a human being, but also as what I would call an alchemist. You know, the alchemists were people who took lead in the old days and turned it into gold. And Jesus Christ was an alchemist. He took water and turned it into wine. And black folks have been alchemists since we've come here. We took chitlins and turned guts and turned into chitlins. And the bones they threw away, they turned into spare ribs. And the hooves they turned into pig feet. And that's our tradition, taking something that seems meaningless and nothing and turning it into something very, very important. Relentless could have gone one of two ways. You know, but he took his life and he turned it into something wonderful that inspires us all. And so his books really are a reflection of who he is as a human being, and I'm here to support him and what he's about. And I think as we go on this trail of getting this book turned into a script and then shopping it to the studios, we're going to do our best to make a movie out of this that everybody will be proud of and it reflects the community and who we are essentially as people. So thank you very much. God bless you for having me, and it's a pleasure knowing him and being part of his life. Thank you.
Thank you so much.